Hi, I'm V, and today I'm doing a series called Cool Girl Makeup. Basically, effortless makeup that you see on cool girls. It looks effortless, God knows how much time they spend on it, but I'm going to try to replicate these effortless, easy looking looks. So today I'm going to do something with like bold brows, eyelashes, and sharp cheekbones. Very angular, maybe a little androgynous, but let's see how it all pans out. So to begin with, I want like very effortless looking foundation, which looks like my skin. So I'm going to apply this Bobbi Brown um, cushion foundation, which actually looks like your skin but better. It's quite dewy and but it still gives coverage. The thing that I like about this is that it looks like your own skin. Don't have to apply too much. I'm sure you're not supposed to apply this under your eyes, but I do. So in this look, we want to keep things uh, not really, we don't want any shimmer and metallic tones because it's going to be like, or we'll decide that later. It's going to be like a little bit androgynous. So I don't know girls who have like statement brows. I don't really see them wearing like a lot of highlighter, but we'll see how the overall look is. See, very natural looking. No, the foundation is. And once I've done with this foundation, because it's like little glowy and the weather outside is so hot and muggy, I'm going to put on just a little bit, just a touch of powder on my T-zone. And down my neck. Maybe a little under my eyes also. Okay, now that I've done this, I'm going to work on my brows with this Benefit Brow Pencil, which I can't read right now, precisely my brow pencil. First, I'm going to comb. So we're going to do this brows really properly, huh? This Dior makeup artist taught me how to do brows, and I realized that I was doing them wrong all this while. So anyway, so I'm going to brush my brows up, and then I'm going to look at the bare spots and cover them up. Eventually, maybe overdraw a little bit, but let's start by just covering up these spots. I prefer to use pencils over powders or gel because I mean, you can just draw individual hair on, and I prefer that than that sort of overly drawn Instagram brow. So brush it once more to look for more spots and also to smudge the pencil instead of it looking so defined and arched. Okay, same thing we will do on the other brow. Brush it up so you can see that I have this bare patch here. God knows why I got my brows threaded when I was in college. I think there was someone in class who just came up and told me, "Oh my God, your brows are so bushy," and I was like, oh, "I have bushy brows. I need to get them threaded right now." Not realizing that like that's a good thing to have bushy brows. But anyway, what is done is done. I don't get my brows threaded anymore. I just tweeze them myself at home. But I mean, if you have been getting them threaded for years, then you do tend to get like, these patches, as you all know, I'm sure. So, again, I'm going to draw out the brow. I've overdrawn that one a little bit from here, so I'm going to overdraw this one also. I'm not very sure actually about overdrawing this one. Wait. Yeah. Because it's cool girl, it has to be effortless. natural looking, natural looking. Okay. Now that I've done this, is it more or less even? Okay. I'm so glad to have Irina here with me, who, to give me support and tell me when my looks are going wrong. Then I'm going to put on this gel. I'm going to brush it backwards so it kind of covers up each and every strand. Don't worry, I'll clean it up if there's any spillage. And then back upwards. Okay, so this kind of unruliness in the brow actually looks really cool. So you don't have to don't trim your brows, guys. I see that people doing that all the time on Instagram, and it's just like, don't trim them. That looks really fake and artificial. Okay. Don't be afraid to use like 2 or 3 shades. My friend Karen, who also heads MAC in India, she used 2 different shades of brow pencil on her brows. You can see her, you can find her on my blog, Infit Girl Diaries, where she gives that tip of using 2 different brow pencils. But I think that's what I'm going to have to do right now because this patch is still there. So I'm going to use my Lancome brow pencil to fill out, which is a little bit darker than this one, to fill out this spot. Like I said before, effortless requires a lot of effort. Okay, so these are my brows. I don't want to overdraw them because it just looks like really artificial. My eyes are watering because I've just been focusing for too long. Next thing I'm going to use is a mascara. This Dior one is really cool. Now usually you try to rotate the wand in all directions to get the last bit of mascara, but this is a squeezable tube, so you can pretty much squeeze the end of this tube to make sure that all the product gets on the wand. Isn't that cool? I love these baby innovations. I'm going to put, it's Dior Show Pump and Volume. So as you can see, I haven't put any eyeshadow here because, there's a lot going on in the eye. We have lashes and we have brows. So I'm not going to add another dimension of eyeshadow because then it just looks too much. You can apply a second coat when the mascara is still wet. Maybe we'll come back for a third coat. I don't know right now, but maybe we will. Right now, I'm just taking the excess out of this wand and putting it on my lower lashes. But if you have plans to go out anywhere, please use a waterproof mascara on your lower lashes. Please. Oh, I guess I'll have to do a little bit of concealer, but that's okay. I think there are some special lower lash mascaras by some brands, but I would just think it's unnecessary to pick up a separate mascara for your lower lashes. So, since I have obviously ruined the mascara under my lower lash, the concealing under my lower lashes, I'll obviously have to add some product there. So I'm just going to use this Bobbi Brown foundation stick. Because with an eye look, the last thing you want is to look like you have dark circles or something. anyway, just a little bit of concealing there. And that's it. Now you can go out like this, or you can, make your cheekbones look a little bit sharp. I have this really deep contouring kit, keeping my fingers crossed that it all goes well and I don't overdo my contouring. But this is the one by Smashbox. So I'm going to mix these two shades. Okay, I'm mixing these two shades. And then I'm going to tap it on the back of my hand to take most of the product out. And then focus it in the hollows of my cheeks. A very light hand, circular motions. If you're going to try your hand at contouring, make sure you work extra hard to blend it in, especially at the side of your face. Okay, so you see the shadows coming, and then a little bit here. So actually I saw one of the makeup artists that you're supposed to do a three movement like this, but don't do that three movement if you have like a small forehead, because you don't want to have a small forehead and then contour that and make it even smaller. So just keep it to the cheekbones, I would suggest. Again, I'm going to mix both these colors. Tap, 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 most of it on the back of my hand, and then very softly, oops, too much product. Oof. And very softly and take it down. Three motion. I have too much product here, so okay, this is good, because then I can do now another tutorial on what to do if you get too much product, too much blush. One thing is, what you can do is you can try to even out both cheeks, but then, then eventually you end up having too much makeup, which is not what cool girls do. Cool girls don't have too much makeup. So if I have too much bronzer on my face, then I'm just going to take some face powder and apply it. Let me do it with a nice kabuki brush. And I'm going to use this Dior powder foundation. Okay, just put it on top, not too much. Yes, even on both sides. So yes, this is my my brows, lashes, and contouring look. I'm not going to put on any lipstick. Just this Dior Lip Glow. The trick to getting like cool girl makeup right is to just leave like one element unfinished. So don't put on all your makeup. You can leave out your mascara, or you can leave out your lipstick, or you can leave out bronzer at some point, but don't have like a full face of makeup, because then it's like you've thought of each and every element, and that's not what effortless makeup is all about.